Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I sound a little sick because I am sick. It's just around that season. I'm here to give y'all a makeup routine, so here we go. So clearly I started off with foundation. If you have a little blemishes, I suggest correcting it as well, either with like a red corrector, or I do like a light beige kind of color and let it sit on my skin so it can kind of dry a little bit. Then I go over with my foundation. It's a plane, y'all. So we're about to start with our eyelids, and I'm using this e.l.f. matte primer. And y'all, I was so stupid because I use like this beauty supply store makeup palette when I have a ColourPop palette. The ColourPop palette is called California Love. Oh, that's me showing out my outfit. So yeah, this is the eyeshadow brush I'm using. This is the palette I was talking about. Y'all, if y'all have a better one, please use it, because these little beauty supply stores one don't last long. And I have like oily eyelids, so yeah. I should have used the California one, but just if you have that, just imagine it. So I used the red shadow, and I know I started off very harsh and intense, but I'm not really an eyeshadow type of girl, so I'm not finna sit up here and spend 20 minutes on eyeshadow. You really don't need to do all that. As long as you're blending out, you'll be fine. And as you can see, I'm blending. Yes, you can rub it with when it comes to like an eyeshadow. Everything else, I suggest you dab, but with your eyelids, you can definitely like rub. And please blend it out. So I'm using like this red, then I went over with like this burnt brown. Well, not burnt brown, it's like an orange burnt brown. Yeah, my hair was in my way. So I started off with the base, and I know it looked crazy, but that's the whole point of makeup. You clean it up. So I'm just putting the base on my eyelids. It's like a red and burnt orange brown type of color that I'm putting on my eyelids. So I'm just blending it in, and then I'm using my e.l.f. camo concealer. I don't know the color, but just know it's e.l.f. And I use a warm tone. I'm not warm tone, and I think a lot of people should know that. And that was the Lancome I used. I'm not warm tone, but that Lancome concealer is a neutral. So I don't like just using a natural, because for some reason I feel like it just make my face look ashy. I don't know. So then I put that on the areas that I need to conceal. Then I got this little brush. Honestly, I believe it's a lip brush. And what I'm going to do is carve out my eyebrows. I normally don't carve out my eyebrows because I just get my eyebrows threaded and then I'm good to go. But I see a difference when I take a little bit of time out my day to carve out my eyebrows. I definitely see the difference. It looks new all over again, and it gives you like a fuller look. So I'm putting that on top of my eyebrows, under my eyebrows. I'm definitely putting it over the part where I put the color eyeshadow, just so I can give you that clean, sleek look. I didn't know how fast this video was going. I didn't know how fast it was, but y'all, I be editing quick. So I'm just carving out my eyebrows. I finally got time to like chill out and not talk so much. And I bring it down to the middle, because you also need to blend the middle of your eyebrows. So then after that, I'm going to blend my under eye, but I believe in this, I stopped, and I blend the top of my head, because for some reason, for my forehead, it's like if you don't blend it immediately, it will just dry and it will stay there and it won't blend. And it's crazy because I thought I was tripping, but then somebody else, I guess like an influencer or whatever, she said the same thing, so I'm not tripping. And I don't understand why that be happening. Y'all, I'm not editing this screen like this voiceover. Like, this is raw and uncut. Plus, I ain't getting paid for this. Then I sprayed my face. It was quick, but I sprayed my face. And I used the e.l.f. night spray. I think it's a setting spray. You know, there's a difference between no, it's a setting mist. And for the girlies, I think you should choose a setting mist and a setting spray because they're kind of two different things. I use setting mist in between my appliance, so it won't be like too dry. Even if you have oily skin, like sometimes the makeup can be just a little dry and then it's like your brush ain't wet. So, you know, it definitely helps, and it definitely give you that airbrush look. Every time I wear makeup, it's giving airbrush. So don't think that I don't know what I'm doing. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. So clearly, I'm like blending out my concealer. And if you notice the difference, the top of my eyelids isn't as, the eyeshadow color isn't as out all the way to the top of my eyebrows because I conceal it. Then here, I'm using the brush again to kind of sharpen around my eyelid, just so it can give that clean look. And I'm doing it on both sides. And then I use my beauty blender and I just lightly dab. Please don't rub your makeup. The only thing you should be rubbing is your eyeshadow color. Everything else, do not rub. Dab. I know it's going to take some time. Dab, 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 dab. You don't want your makeup moving. So I'm going to start on my nose. If I'm in a rush, which I wasn't in a rush, but you know how some people use like cream contour for their nose? I just feel like if you're going to use cream contour, you're going to probably have to go back and use like a powder or a cream again. So why not kill two birds in one? So I use a bronzer palette. I use any bronzer. It doesn't matter because bronzer is just one color. It's either if you're darker, you're going to use a darker one. If you're lighter, you're going to use like a kind of, you know, golden one. So I did my nose contour. Do your nose contour how you feel like your nose should fit. If you want it slimmer, bring the contour a little bit closer. If you have like a wider nose, but still want to give like your wide look, kind of spread it apart a little bit. Go underneath your nose when you're blending, and then kind of wipe it out at the very tip of your nose so it won't look too obvious that you did a contour. I don't know if you caught that brush. Just pause it. This is my contour brush. I'm kind of like used to this. So even if I start off harsh, like that line harsh, literally blend it out. So all you have to do is blend it out. If you're not too sure, start lightly. If you're not too used to makeup, apply lightly. Because the blending, that's the thing, like with makeup, it's a process. So it's just a lot of blending. See, I use a setting mist in between. This is when I talk about you get that airbrush look. When you spray, lightly dab it so you won't have those little specks of the part where you sprayed your skin. I had to learn that. And plus, dabbing it into your skin melts it. So I'm going to do that trick where I apply the blush first. Honestly, it really don't matter if you apply the blush before you set it or after. It really gives the same effect. But if you really want a nice airbrush, you're not too sure how to do it after you do setting spray, do it before. Not setting spray, setting powder, do it before. I'm using this Laura Mercier translucent powder. I didn't show y'all, but it's Laura Mercier. I'm going to put that under my eyelids. I don't do a lot. Usually what I would do is get like a small brush and just go ahead and go under my eyelids. Oh, I did use it. Make sure your eyelids are blended. Look up one more time, brush underneath your eyes, because you don't want to set your face with the powder and then you have lines within an hour of your makeup. So I do a little bit. Oh, and when you put on your powder, when you dip the beauty blender or whatever in your powder, rub a little bit off your hands. Like, just do circular motion so it can be like an even layout. Then I just do this one line thing. I do like a swipe by my contour. And I realize sometimes that if you don't blend it out, the part where you line your contour, it can look a little crazy and it might not move. But I have a little trick for that. This is mainly for someone with like a darker complexion. With lighter complexion, you can also do a trick too, but I'm going to show y'all when we get to that point. So I'm just setting my face. Also, while I set my face with powder, I also like to do my lip liner so it can stay. I do it when it's mainly like the setting powder is like brushed off, just so the setting powder won't get on your lips. This is what I'm talking about. So I have this Morphe Translucent Rich, and the part where I contour with the setting powder, I go over it with the brown and sweep it off, because I notice when I do that, mind you, it give you a very sharp jawline, but the thing is that one spot you put it on, it stays there, and it kind of shows when you take pictures. So I use the brown translucent, and it's damn near the same color as me, so I like to blend that out so it won't be noticeable. And I also like to use a little bit of the leftovers on the top lid and kind of brush out the rest of the translucent powder that I use. I don't like looking too light. I really like my makeup looking airbrush. I don't like a bright under eye. I don't really care for that. I tried it. It's not really my thing. I like looking like I damn near like I have makeup on, but it really don't look like I have makeup on. But I have makeup on. So then those same colors that I use, the red and the burnt orange, it can be any palette you use, red, burnt orange, and just kind of go over under your eyes. I like doing that look just because I'm just kind of going over. Actually, I'm using highlight under my eyelids. Don't use too much because it'll be very noticeable. Yeah, so I'm doing highlight. Y'all, I sound sick as hell, but I told y'all I was going to drop it on a certain day and I still ain't do it, so the least I can do is just finish it. Like, you see how my makeup really look airbrush as hell? Like, it really do. And I really recommend doing your makeup in natural lighting. The best looks I always got is doing it in front of natural lighting. It's the reason why people say that. So I use this lash primer by Clinique. You can really use any lash primer. I got it for free, so I'm just going to use it. And I feel like it helps because sometimes mascara can be a little too much. This is my face. This is after a 6-hour shift. And I'm talking towards the end, so I'm going to just be quiet. I wanted to show y'all. This is my face after. Oh, let me give y'all a real lighting. This is my face after a 6-hour shift. My lip thing a little messed up, but so I'm gonna wrap up this vlog. I know I didn't get to show you like my lip combo, but I have it on me right now. I did a brown lip liner. I used this Clinique Black Honey lipstick, and I did it around my edges. I almost thought I lost it. Then I went in with this NYX, and this is in Bit of Honey. But yes, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me try to. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little irritated.